So today we're here with Winslow and we're working on his place command. Sit. Good boy. I just have to tell you guys, I love him so much. He is such a sweet, sweet boy. And he is very willing to work. So today we've got just some chicken, just boiled chicken plain and everything. I know he's got his allergies. He hasn't had any issues since he's been here, so I just wanted to let you guys know. The first day we took him on a walk, he did kind of start to get a little bit spotty from the heat and some of the allergies outside, but that cleared up right away. All right, so today we're going to be working on our place command. So I don't have him on leash right now because he doesn't have a flat collar. But at home, I would recommend having him on leash, as I mentioned in the instructional video, because one, we're going to be working the door. We don't want him to bolt out the door. And two, if he decides I don't want to do this and go somewhere else, we have the ability to step on the leash and prevent him from doing that. So just reiterating the previous video, our place command, which we're going to be using bed as his command word, is going to be all 4 elbows and belly on the ground. I'm not going to tell him down. I'm not going to tell him sit. He is such an operant dog that he will figure it out and what do I need to do to get that treat out of your hand? So just with holding that treat, he's going to start offering up all these behaviors, and as soon as he does that behavior, yes, then we mark it and he gets the reward. Then he starts to learn it's when I'm in this position and I hear that word from you that I know that I'm going to get paid. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Winslow, hey. Give a little bit of lure on. Yes, good. Hey. No? Yes. So he's so good that he already knows his negative marker. He knows no means I'm not doing it correctly. I'm going to move this back just a little bit so you guys can get a better view of this. Good boy. No. So I'm not sure if you can see in this angle, but he is not all the way down. So don't let him fool you. All those elbows have to be all the way down, because if we reward him in that position, he's being rewarded for being up. No, I know you want this. Okay, bed. Nope. If he comes off the mat, you can just walk him back in. Just use your body to block him. Bed. Yes. Okay, good boy. Good boy. Now we're going to switch to our duration marker. Good. I want him to continue to stay in that position while I walk away. Ready? Sit. Good sit. Good boy. Winslow. Hasn't dropped any pieces. Bed. Nope. Good. So now I'm going to bring the treat to him. Remember, yes, as you're done, come to me. Duration, continue doing what you're doing. I'm going to bring the reward to you. Good. So now we can also start building our stay command. Even though stay is redundant, I'm not going to use stay. I'm going to reinforce him of the command that I want, bed. But we do this by slowly starting to walk away. Good. Bed. Good. Bed. So now this is the only time that I want you guys repeating this command. And I'm not repeating it because he's not understanding it. I'm repeating it as a reinforcer. I'm about to do something that is going to trigger you to get up. I'm about to go touch the door. I'm about to go walk away, knock on the door. That's going to naturally trigger a dog to get up and want to go investigate. So I'm just reminding him, bed, that's what I want you to be doing when I go to do this. Bed. Good. Nope. Those elbows come up, he does not get paid unless he is in that position. Good. If his elbows come up and he gets paid, he just got paid for getting up and not for staying down. Bed. Good. Good boy. remember to use your low drop tones. Good boy when we're using the duration marker. If we get excited with him, it sounds just like yes. And then he'll get up and release. So if you're saying, good boy, and he gets up, that's more of our fault than the dog's fault. So we just back it up and correct it. Good. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Good. Now, as funny as that looks, this is what we're going to want to practice, right? So we're using this as a control in the house, as well as when people come over. If we don't want our dog running and jumping on them and knocking them over, especially with that crazy strong tail he has. Somebody comes over, you go on your bed, our guests are able to come in and sit down, and then when he reaches this nice calm state where you see him yawn and his head drops down and relaxes on the pillow, then he can come off and greet our guests in a much more calm, well-behaved manner, not going crazy jumping all over him. But the point of this is you have to practice what I just did. You have to practice people being on the other side of the door. If we only practice in a sterile environment where we're just doing this and there's no other distractions, then as soon as another distraction comes in, he's gonna break, and that's where our failure is. The other failures we run into is when we try training in the moment. The mailman's here to drop off a package, and I'm trying to get my dog controlled while I'm signing a package. Don't go that far yet. Set up the training. Have somebody come over, ring your doorbell. Hey, call up one of your friends. Hey, come on over, have a glass of wine or something. I need to train my dog. So that way they know, hey, you might be standing at the door for a couple of minutes before I answer it until I get him down under control. So that way when we start practicing with the high-pitched tones and the greetings, that's what excites a dog. Just like what I was talking about with the difference in our tones between yes and good. If that can change the dog's behavior, how does excited greetings when our friends come over change? Everything has to be taken into consideration and everything has to be trained for. Good boy. No? Okay. I'm just going to walk him right back in. If you're too close to him and he can't lay down, just take a step back. There's a little thing in their head that says, I can't lay down because I have to be able to look at your face when I'm laying down. And if you're too close and he's looking up like this, his little gyrometer in his head doesn't work. No? Head. Good boy. Good boy. Now I would normally correct this position because his elbows are not on the bed, but for training purposes and the video, I'm going to go ahead and let it slide. But as you guys move through working this at home, you want him to be all the way on the bed. So if he starts to creep off like this, you can either one, just walk back into him, or just re-lure him into a better position that you want. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Yeah. Good boy, Winslow. Good boy. He is super awesome. So, if you guys don't want to be doing your treats all the time for this, use his dinner. Use his meals to do training. Have him start working for it. Look at him just paying attention to me. It's because I got the chicken. But not only the food, he will do this for his toy. The other day I was seeing if he would work for the ball, since we are trying to do, 2 balls, to make sure he brings it back. So a couple things that I've done with him so far is when he gets on the bed, the yes command to release him, instead of food, yes, and I bounce the ball. So he gets the ball as the reward. So now he's starting to get excited about wanting to give the ball back to do, because this is something he knows really well. So he's getting excited with that. The other thing is I was using the balls outside along with the food. So I would throw the ball. As he's bringing it to me, I'm encouraging him and I'm swapping the ball for the food. So he's gonna want to come all the way to me with the ball to be able to get the chicken. The next thing that we're gonna try as well is the 2 balls. I have 1 ball, you chase it. I have this one that's alive, you have to bring that one back because you don't want the dead ball. And it's not until he brings it back that he gets the live one. So a couple different things that we're going to be working on with him, but so far he's doing amazing. We have him off-leash healing already. He had a little bit of a limp with his elbow. I'm not sure if when he was getting out of the car, if he stepped on it wrong, so we've given him a couple days off as far as walks to let that heal up, and he's doing just fine now. But he's already off-leash healing. One of the videos that I'm going to send you next is yesterday we were working at the park around multiple dogs. There are probably about 6 or 7 dogs there, and he's just healing and doing sits and downs in between everybody. The e-collar is working great. We're super, super happy with his progress. I hope you guys are enjoying your trip. We're sure enjoying him. We'll talk with you guys soon.